This is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Get early access to all of our interviews, including the monthly Chichester chats with writer and comic book legend D.G. Chichester, new episodes of classic Capes and Lunatics shows, including The Quantum Zone, This, That, or the Third, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes, or go to patreon.com/CapesandLunatics. Hope to see you there.
This is Jerry Conway, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics podcast.
I'm here for
Lover
Peter.
of blondes and bridges.
Oh my!
I'm here for Peter.
Don't step on that, Peter. Hey,
Don't tell me what to do.
Hey-o. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Ultimate Spider-Cast, Zeb Wells' least favorite podcast in the world. I am Phil. Joining
No,
me.
that's not true. There's way more harsh criticism.
That's true. That's true. Well, we're on the list. I have Phil joining me as always. She who enjoys ayahuasca trips and
Well, peyote in the desert never hurt nobody. As long as you're doing it with a actual shaman with their blessing. Don't culturally appropriate anything.
peyote in the desert. That sounds like some kind of like euphemism for something.
Ironically, never been to Burning Man.
Really? World traveler that you are, you've never been to Burning Man.
It's too corporate now.
Well, now, yeah, but I thought maybe back in the day.
Even back then, like it was too gross and dirty for me when I first was interested in. Now it's too corporate. It's kind of like Comic-Con. It's like,
See, that's the cycle. It's either with all these big
too
things.
many billionaires. Too many billionaires.
It's
not
either
doing
smelly.
their
It's either smelly or too corporate. There's no happy medium.
shit. Truly.
All right. So yes, kids.
On that note,
We're talking about peyote trips because yes, this time we are covering two issues once again, not on the Marvel app. Spectacular Spider-Man not
brought to you by Marvel Limited.
Spectacular Spider-Man 171 and 172. Puma,
Meow.
Puma, Jerry, Puma. And I'm sure we'll get to
Can't leave the cat alone, huh?
me. Oh, stay tuned for next month.
Exactly. So this is a precursor. Don't worry about it.
Getting a lot of Superior Puss next month, kids, on many shows. All right, so we jump in because I know we'll probably got stuff to do, like sleep. All right. All right, so we'll start with Spectacular Spider-Man 171 from December 1990. Ordeal.
Yeah, anytime freaking Puma shows up.
Well, it's like it's an ordeal reading this. All right, so yes, as you...
We got Sal. So.
Yes. Writer, again, as you heard, friend of the show, Jerry Conway. Friend of our show and Gravity, Jerry Conway. Penciler and inker, Sal Buscema. Get that money, kid.
Double Shackles.
Mm-hmm. Colorist Bob Sharon, letterer Rick Parker, and editor Jim Salicrup. Peter Parker has agreed to come to Thomas Fireheart's reservation in New Mexico. With a spider painted on his face, he sits in meditation in a sweltering hot cave.
Hey, Walter White better watch his back.
I am the danger. Across from him is Thomas Fireheart, who has a puma painted on his face. The ceremony is being conducted by Puma's uncle, Joseph Three Trees, who asks Peter to drink a liquid from a bowl. As he drinks, Peter begins to drift back to the events that led up to this moment. In New York City, Spider-Man swings across the city to the offices of the Daily Bugle. He has become fed up with the positive promotion that he is getting from the Daily Bugle. Only Peter Parker would be fed up with positive promotion. When the wall crawler reaches out to touch Fireheart, he angrily grabs Spider-Man's hand and tosses the wall crawler across the room. We call this the little hellfire. Spider-Man is...
He didn't ask consensually, you know?
That's true.
It's everything he's got coming to him.
Spider-Man is spoiling for a fight and agrees about finishing things.
Hey-o.
Reigning in his Puma form, Fireheart tells him that they should finish it, but not hit there. Telling Spider-Man to
He wants to take him to a romantic getaway.
But not there. Telling Spider-Man to meet him at his private hangar at JFK Airport at midnight so they can go to New Mexico and deal with their rivalry.
An older man, a younger guy. I've seen a lot of fanfics start like this.
Oh my! She's seen some. She's written some.
You'll never find my Wattpad username. Never!
Oh my! Just search for, just search for the username.
Superior Puss.
No, Superman is a power bot.
At that moment, Thomas Fireheart drinks from his own bowl and begins recounting his activities before he left for... Are we drinking from bowls or smoking from bowls?
Either way, you're
Exactly.
gonna get fucked up.
And begins recounting his activities before he left for New Mexico. Thomas Fireheart meets with J. Jonah Jameson at a fancy restaurant. Jameson sarcastically wonders if Fireheart is going to purchase his new business as well. However, Fireheart points out that he purchased a controlling share in the Daily Bugle fair and square. However, as they sit down, Thomas Fireheart gives Jameson an astonishing offer. His 51% stock in the Daily Bugle for $1.
Now that's a steal!
That's right. I don't know. Was it worth it? I don't know.
No, definitely not.
There is one condition, however. Jameson must promise to print an obituary, either his or Spider-Man's.
Bum, bum, bum.
So that's not kind of really conducive to a secret identity, is it? To say, oh, yeah, either you're going to print my obituary or Spider-Man's. Shouldn't the warning bells go off like, oh, so you're a supervillain?
Is he a supervillain? Super?
Well,
Villain?
oh, okay, maybe not super. Okay. Okay, I thought,
He's being way too generous.
yeah, true. I was going to say, he is a rich guy, so he's a villain, so.
Yeah.
Again, Bruce Wayne syndrome, his superpower is money.
It's the best power to have, as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, yeah. I wish I had that power. The ceremony begins as Three Trees begins chanting a spell. Suddenly, the cave fills with swirling mist. The mist takes on the form of Mary Jane, much to Peter's delight. Oh, I'm sure much to
Excitement.
Fireheart wishes he could see this. However, as he reaches out to this illusion, it fades away. Peter once more thinks back. Peter has just finished telling his wife Mary Jane has plans to go to New Mexico. Mary Jane doesn't want him to go, not because she is concerned for him, but for herself. Unfortunately, Peter insists that this is something that he needs to do. She reminds him that no matter what happens, he is the only man she has ever loved and kisses him. Peter snaps out of his recollection, and as he does, Thomas Fireheart transforms into the Puma. As he transforms, he begins to question who he really is. Is he a businessman or the champion of his people? Is he a man of honor or not? His mind drifts back to his arrival in New Mexico. Peter and Thomas Fireheart have arrived in New Mexico aboard Fireheart's Lear jet. They are greeted by Thomas's uncle. He tells the old man that his life has fallen off balance and he needs to restore his sense of honor. Three Trees tells Thomas that he has abandoned his honor and has no shame, stating that he has squandered his power, which is supposed to be to the benefit of his people. A rich guy squandered that. Get out of town. When Thomas tries...
Stay tuned for next week's Salty and Petty.
Stay tuned to every episode of Salty and Petty. When Thomas tries to explain that the fortune he has earned in business has been beneficial for his tribe, Three Trees points out that money is the least of all things and honor is important above all else. You ain't getting no young blonde with no honor, kid. As they drive to the reservation, Thomas asks why he has come. Hail. Fireheart explains that he has misjudged Peter Parker, bringing shame to him. Fireheart explains that no matter how much he tries to restore this debt of honor, he finds himself indebted to Spider-Man further. He insists that the only way for honor to be restored is through blood. Three Trees concedes but tells both men that they need to be cleansed before this can be done. By this time, Thomas has returned to human form, and now it is time for Peter Parker to undergo a transformation himself. Suddenly, Peter...
Ruh-roh.
Oh boy, he's finally hitting puberty, kids. Suddenly, Peter's body painfully transforms into a spider. He hallucinates that he has all his friends and loved ones caught in a web of his own making. Peter screams out, denying that he is a monster, and discovers that it was all in his mind. James Three Trees tells Peter that every man has a monster inside them, and that if a man wants to live with honor, he needs to face this monster. He then tosses a handful of magic dust into the fire. This causes the shadow forms of a puma and a spider to emerge from Thomas and Peter's bodies. The shadowy figures cross to opposite sides of the fire. Peter finds himself battling the specter of the Puma while Thomas has to fight that of the Spider. They seemingly destroy the creatures, but they reform and begin clashing with each other. Suddenly, the two creatures explode, filling the cave with smoke. When it clears, they find themselves in costume on top of a butte. Three Trees tells the two men that this battle of honor must be a battle to the death. And again, Thomas Fireheart bought the Daily Bugle and Spectacular Spider-Man 156. Scroll down the last week.
I love this next cover because it's like the Spectacular Spider-Man versus, you can barely see it, Puma.
I know. Well, again, remember whose book it is.
I mean, it's tiny though, bro. Like, that's an embarrassment.
Well, again,
I think I've seen Shocker's name bigger, bro.
Oh! Oh, my. Stay tuned for our Cannon Fodder Summer, kids. Here and on We Are the Night, the Batman podcast.
Yeah!
Because those kids on the DC side want Cannon Fodder, too.
Batman, my favorite character.
Do we actually have cannon fodder? All our villains are pretty iconic.
Who?
Even Killer Croc's kind of iconic.
Oh, well, Killer Moth.
Iconic.
Well, we'll discuss that with Justin.
I mean, underutilized, sure, but iconic.
I mean, pretty much, yeah, I think it's June.
Well, anybody that showed up on Gotham, honestly, maybe.
That's true. But, yes, we'll discuss that with Justin, because he's joined
And
us.
I will not be taking any Kite Man or Calendar Man slander. Thank you.
We're talking Killer Moth in June, so yes, Justin will be there for every episode. So it'll be Justin June.
Yay!
Yay!
A hootin' good time. Hootin' good time. All right, Savage Showdown. Well, this is absolutely false advertising.
It's a 90s book. There's not enough blood.
Not enough pouches. Not enough guns. What's going on here?
I don't see one big gun. I mean, I know
Well, Mary
Spider.
Jane's about to from Jason Jerome, but that's not my business.
Heyo. Yeah, see, what happened to the good old days when we had to worry about Mary Jane getting, like, attacked by strange men every 2 months?
Well, now she can defend herself. Well, she could always defend herself, but all
Jonathan,
I'm saying is,
Jonathan-
ladies, strap up.
Heyo.
Take it to the range.
Whoa.
Take it to the range.
Oh, you said strap up. I was going to say, wait, it's not International Women's Day. Come on.
Oh, no, a gun's way better than that.
What? Yeah.
Never let you down.
Well, what happened to the days of the Jonathan Caesars and Jason Jeromes and that rogue cop? The list goes on and on.
There's another younger redhead around. Don't worry about it.
There you go. Where's that story where all of a sudden in modern comics, Mary Jane's feeling old because now Christie's modeling and getting all the jobs?
You know what? Don't give Zebo the idea. He's desperate.
I don't know. I don't know if they reined him in or what, but I think he's like trying to do more classic stuff like Sinister Sixes and oh hey, the Green Goblin's returning and yeah.
Yeah, they're like, well, nobody likes your other ideas, so back to the drawing board, kiddo. Let's do what works.
Yeah, that wreck better send him to limbo, kid. All right, so
Phil will never forgive him.
if he brought back the marriage, maybe, but
you know what? He needs to do it. That's the only way to save his reputation at this point.
you know, it's goodwill. I mean, he would wash away all his other sins. I mean, I could almost forgive him for the Ben Reilly stuff if he brings the marriage back.
Bro, did you see Kevin Feige almost got a freaking a side shot about that Kamala Khan thing?
Yeah. I sent you that article. Yeah.
Yeah, I had seen it before, and it was from a different source though. They're just like,
or is that
Feige might be on the way out, but did you hear that from me?
I was like, is that true, or is that them trying to like spread the blame around so Zeb Wells doesn't take that full brunt of that? But again, I mean, yeah, the way they did that was horrible. But I guess the whole explanation, kids, is like Feige wanted, since hey, Kamala Khan's gonna be a mutant in the MCU, we need to change her in the comics.
So stupid.
Well, again, it's
Although that book is not bad, actually.
I haven't been reading it, so it's good.
I read the first one. It's okay. I mean, they have to make the retcons. I have to accept it's happening, but they've been handling it pretty well, I think, as well as they can.
Well, they've been doing.
They're definitely managing expectations.
Well, they did one miniseries. Now, aren't they on like the second miniseries?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and I think I think they're planning more stuff with her. Once this summer when they, all the new X-Men stuff.
It's gonna be so weird.
What they were
I prefer the original Miss Marvel in the costume as well, but whatever.
Yeah, that is so weird too, because I swear I just saw they're releasing Carol Danvers in that black suit, with the I'm just like, okay.
That seems like desperate. Like, now if you would have put her in the movie in that'd have been a whole nother thing.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just saying, they blew their load on that one. I'm just like,
I mean, tell me how many neckbeards would have forgiven some of the flaws in the Marvels movie if
I don't think Brie would have been down for it, though.
Yeah, no.
That's her choice. That's her choice.
I know.
But you gotta give the neckbeard something, bro. You gotta.
Okay, I want your opinion. I know you're probably gonna go, bleh. I saw an internet rumor, and I'm sure it's probably not true, but the internet rumor was, they're eyeing Sydney Sweeney for Black Cat.
Just give me my goddamn Julia Carpenter movie.
I know.
Like, it's right there. Just reach for the brass ring. It's right there.
I know, but are they just, again, it's probably a BS rumor anyway. But
it is a BS rumor, because she can't go from, I don't think she can go from Sony to Disney like that.
Yeah.
I read somewhere that they technically with her. And I don't think Sony has the money right now to pay out.
So maybe could Disney buy out that contract?
Maybe, if they want to, but Disney's in trouble too. So I
mean, I don't know. There's certain segments.
Disney's not letting go of that Tom and Zendaya automatic PR. Just it ain't gonna happen.
I mean, there are certain segments of the population who will buy tickets for a Sydney Sweeney Black Cat.
But it's a Disney movie. You're not gonna have any cleavage. Sorry to break it to you, kiddos.
Zipper ain't gonna really no zipper.
That zipper's gonna work real good.
Oh, okay.
Real good.
Shh! Don't tell Ray that, man.
I'm sorry to break it to Disney's not gonna do it. They're not gonna do it. Well, you know what? Honestly, I have to wait and see how that Wolverine's Deadpool movie comes out. That's gonna tell you everything you need to know about what they're willing to do going forward.
Yeah, because that's R, isn't it?
That's what they said.
So yeah, I mean, come on, get some.
But there's R for crude language, and then there's R for.
I know, violence. But I mean, I'm not asking for nipple, just some cleavage.
Well, they don't even want to let a woman have an orgasm on tape, so
Rumpy pumpy.
And everybody's getting to be movies are so prudish. TV shows too are so prudish now. So it's just I'm still upset about no ass shot from Theo James in The Gentleman. I'm still upset. Season 2 better make it up to me. Theo James knows what his fans want, and he knows his fans are female. So come on, and of course the gays.
Sex on the mind.
Anyway, back to this savage quote-unquote showdown.
All right. Spectacular Spider-Man 172 from January 1991. Yes, Savage Showdown by the same creative team. After a mystical ritual, Spider-Man finds himself in the middle of the New Mexico desert facing a life-or-death battle against his foe, the Puma.
As you do.
Especially in the 90s. Surveying the territory in the blazing heat, Spider-Man's spider sense warns him of a sneak attack from the Puma. I hope
Donkey Punch?
I was going to say, I hope so. It's the only thing coming at you for miles, aren't they?
It's ting ting ting-a-lid, ting ting ting-a-lid. Trying to donkey punch me now, bitch.
No, my.
Trying to donkey punch me now, bitch.
He dodges the attack, and his foe goes tumbling down to a dried-out riverbed. The wall crawler goes down to find his opponent, but when he arrives at the riverbed, he finds no trace of the Puma. Spider-Man has a bad feeling about things, thinking back to how he agreed to come to New Mexico to finally resolve the debt of honor that Puma felt he owed the hero. Again, we're kind of recapping here. Last issue. After a mystical ceremony of purification, the Puma's uncle asked if they would end the ceremony in peace. However, the Puma had insisted that honor demands blood, and so it was decreed that they were to fight to the death. Suddenly, Spider-Man's thoughts are interrupted by his spider sense. Unfortunately, he is too slow to react when the Puma leaps out of the mud and slashes the hero's shoulder open.
In the dirt where he belongs.
Oh, damn. Reacting to the pain, Spider-Man strikes the Puma so hard. He gives him the old Sal right cross. All right, kids. I swear that has to be in Sal's contract. Someone's getting at least right crossed at least once an issue.
I don't even think he wanted to do it anymore. They just demanded it. He's like, bro, it's what you're known for. Sorry.
It's what the kids want.
Gotta do it.
It's what the kids want.
That's what the kids crave.
So yes, Spider-Man strikes the Puma so hard he goes flying into a nearby rock face. When Spider-Man goes looking for his foe, the Puma has disappeared again. Taking the momentary reprieve to rest, Spider-Man notices his arm is aching and wonders if Puma's claws were poisoned.
Well, that's no honor.
Maybe just some dirty-ass fingernails.
Exactly. Clean them and clip them, boys. Clean them and clip them.
Lilith's like, I'd rather have the poison. Back in New York City, Mary Jane is waiting in a park for Jason Jerome to arrive.
Oh, this guy.
Yeah. Jerome tries once again to convince Mary Jane to begin an affair with him, pointing out that she is neglected by her husband.
Hey man, he's persistent. Didn't it start back at 166 or something? Like that?
Yeah, the whole
he ain't taking the hint yet.
Back during Ray's favorite story, Night and Fog. Remember that?
Oh yeah.
He still brings that up. Ray really loved that Night and Fog story.
Bless his heart. He's so sweet.
Sweet summer child. Oh, leave him alone. He's having problems, man. Oh, I think he looped you in on the Facebook Messenger thread, but of course, you're never on there. But him and Finn were at the story. We get a couple of us got a picture of Finn holding up a Batman toy. He's like, oh, God, it's beginning.
Finn's doing it for the lulz. I'm telling you, he's doing it to piss his dad off. He knows he's pushing his buttons.
Oh, my God, this is the best story because then, of course, Ray had to start bad-mouthing Batman. And I said, well, at least never cut anybody's face off. And then...
well, that's not really a selling point in today's modern comics.
I know. And then Russell had to chime in and goes, they brought up the whole, Frank Miller All-Star Batman, making a kid eat rats and stuff. And I was just like, I said to Russell, that's not fair. I said, it's a Frank Miller story. Every Frank Miller story has someone eating rats.
Your mother's a whore! Exactly.
He's like, didn't mean it didn't happen. Oh man, I forgot during the purification ritual.
Nothing will ever be as good as Mephisto's mushrooms.
There we go.
Don't knock it till you tried it, kids.
Mary Jane should have been like, yes, my husband neglects me, but at least I still have Bruce.
Exactly.
Damn. Be like, take a number, pal.
Batman, my favorite character.
Appearing to relent, Mary Jane tells Jason to meet her at her apartment
Push
later.
him right out that window.
Oh my. That's right. Yeah, she tells him to meet her at the apartment later that evening.
Back to the battle in the desert.
Speaking of another physical confrontation. By this point,
the one we want.
Speaking of more sexual tension. By this point, Spider-Man has bound his wounds. He gets up but is feeling dizzy, which confirms that the Puma's claws were poisoned. Needing to get out of the heat and rest, the wall crawler hobbles into a nearby cave to rest some more. When the Puma tries to go in after the wall crawler, he falls for Spider-Man's trap.
Wait, it's so cute because there is a spider that lives in a cave that makes a trap. So I thought I don't know if that was intentional, but I thought that was kind of fun. He puts the trap right outside the cave. So.
Mm-hmm. Remember back in the day when Amazing Spider-Man or Spider-Man writers would do their homework?
Yeah, we really took that for granted, didn't we?
We did. All these Jerry Conways and D.G. Chichesters teaching us stuff. Teaching us lonely latchkey kids lessons.
Exactly.
Ambushing the Puma from behind. Hey-oh. The pair begins to tumble down a hillside and slam into some rocks. When both recover from the fall, the Puma once again asks if they are fighting to the death. Surprisingly, Spider-Man agrees to fight to the death, and the two lunge at each other. As the two struggle, Spider-Man kicks the Puma into a nearby cactus.
That just makes me itchy.
Not the penetration we thought we were going to get this issue, kids.
Where's John Byrne when you need him?
What if it was John Byrne as Mary Jane's telling Jason Jerome off? She'd be stripping off clothes or something.
Exactly.
Let me tell you off, and I'm changing.
As I get comfortable.
Well, as I'm changing clothes, yes. As the feral warrior pulls himself free, Spider-Man scurries into another cave. The Puma uses his heightened senses to track the wall crawler in the dark. As he travels along a narrow path, the Puma's neck is snared in one of Spider-Man's web lines. The wall crawler... He's ready to hang him. The wall crawler swings the Puma over the chasm, and don't say chasm, intending to strangle him to death.
Phil's having flashbacks.
I still get a twitch anytime I put chasm. Damn, Zeb Wells, you're my boogeyman. All
It's
right.
kind of like one of the, it's a word like moist. I just don't want to hear it.
Even if they reverse that, I'm still going to have nightmares every time I hear the word chasm.
Well, how do you think I feel about clones?
Okay.
Between Star Wars and Spider-Man, it's just not good, bro.
The wall crawler swings the Puma over the chasm, intending to strangle him to death. However, Spider-Man stops himself before he crosses that line and lets go of the makeshift noose. The Puma leaps to safety and demands to know why Spider-Man didn't kill him. The wall crawler points out they are too evenly matched and perhaps they need to settle things without killing each other. He suggests that the shaman's vision was likely to show them to deal with their differences peacefully. However, the Puma refuses to stand down, saying a man with no honor is not among the living. Before the fight can begin anew, Spider-Man reminds him that they both have those they are responsible to, Peter to his wife and Thomas to his tribe. This causes the Puma to pause. Reverting back to human form, Thomas Fireheart realizes that Spider-Man is right, and the pair make peace and part as friends. Well, I'd say friends. Until he becomes all bestial and comes back. Never mind. This is just as well for Spider-Man, as he is looking forward to seeing his wife. Back in New York, Jason Jerome arrives at Peter and Mary Jane's apartment. Unfortunately for him, instead of the affair he was looking for, Mary Jane has plastered the entire apartment with pictures of her and Peter. Nothing to kill the mood like pictures of Peter.
Depends.
Well, Peter Parker. Not the Peter you're thinking. I know pictures of other Peter put you in the mood. She points out that she loves Peter Parker and that
Everyone likes hard penis, because remember, nobody wants to see soft penis in porn. Just saying.
Oh, that's true. Everyone loves hard penis. We either love having it or receiving it. Hey, love.
Exactly. You're welcome, Justin.
Scream at!
Cock-a-doodle-doo.
Gonna be some dicks waving around in here. Oh, that's naughty.
I said I'm excited. I you know what? I love recording with you and I love recording with Justin, but there's just something extra special when you're both here at the same time.
Agents of Smash.
That's right.
Unite.
That's right.
Doesn't matter who's 420 or 69. It's interval.
That's right. So yeah, Peter. Back to Peter. She points out that she loves Peter Parker and that she will not cheat on him with anyone.
Except for Bruce.
Except for Paul. After cussing... except for Zeb Wells' insert. After cussing Jason out for being a complete sleazebag, she kicks Jason out of her home. In the aftermath, Mary Jane figures that Jason Jerome was right. She is missing romance in her life, but she will only seek it out from the man she loves and hopes Peter hurries home. If he knows what's waiting, he will.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's just... I don't know, the artistic choice was kind of weird because she's like telling him off, but meanwhile she's wearing like tight like workout clothes or something. I was just like,
she's getting ready to kick his ass.
I guess so.
You gotta
maybe.
get comfortable. You gotta get loose.
Hell. Well, if you're gonna kick some guy's ass, like yeah, I guess the leg warmers would be a nice touch.
Exactly. You know, keep the blood off your good shit.
Not that Lil's giving this any thought.
You know.
Oh my god.
Again, ladies, stay strapped. Don't even have to worry about it.
All right, kids, stay tuned for new Capes and Lunatics Podcast Network show from Lilith Hellfire. If I did it. If I
had to.
If I would do it.
Back against the wall if I had to.
Everything from murder to sex with famous people.
Exactly.
Lilith Hellfire. If I would do it. Now I'm going to get messages from Ray and Justin. I would need to hear this show.
Pay more money.
That might have to be a Patreon exclusive.
That's the $100 tier.
No, I think those Vegas stories are the $100 tier.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, so Lilith, what you think? We kind of wrapped up the Puma stuff for a while.
Finally. Good for him, though.
We have to get through meat.
It's kind of like, yeah. He's not gonna kill him, so you know.
Yeah.
Although he should have.
Right
over the chasm.
I mean, there was kind of a cliffhanger. It's like, well, is Puma gonna die even if it's by his own hand? Because he is kind of like a C-list, D-list.
Yeah, exactly. F-list.
Because again, you always get that little kind of doubt. It's like, oh, it wasn't created by Stan or anybody, so maybe.
It's okay. I mean, Did it need to be 2 issues? Probably not. It's a stretch, but it's fine.
Sure, he had a plan. Yeah.
He had a plan. He saw it through. It's all right.
Yeah.
Seen worse, seen better. It's in the middle. It's average.
It's
Puma. It's never going to be a masterpiece.
Had to get high in one scene and then in one issue, and then you get the battle.
It's relatable content for me. Yes. I appreciate it.
Do the drugs, do the violence again. Come on, well,
is that relatable content for me? This week was kind of low on spider stuff that I liked.
I mean, we didn't get a ton of Spider books, but
we got Miles Morales, Spider-Man 19. We got Spider-Boy number 6, Spider-Woman number 6, The Spectacular Spider-Man number 2.
Yes.
And we got a What If Venom number 3.
I did not get the What If Venom. Did you get it?
Yeah, I mean, I don't blame you if you're not reading that. But this one was fun for me. It's Doctor Strange.
I did see that solicited. What it's like if Doctor Strange got the symbiote.
Yeah, it's a twist on it. It's pretty cool. I don't like Doctor Strange, but it was a $5 book, so I'm just like,
Venom.
Doctor Strange should knock $1 off. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I know. So it was a decent.
And then there's like the crossover. There's gonna be like a crossover with Moon Knight. So for like the last issue.
Oh.
So I definitely want to recommend that you guys pick that one up. That's gonna
Sounds
be
like
really
a plan, Jan.
So yeah, I think What If Venom is pretty cool, but it's like we're milking Venom for all it's worth. Kind of getting on my nerve. It's kind of degrading the property value for me personally.
Well, again, it's like King in Black did well, and then they saw
so well, but they missed the point of why it did well. It had been a while since we had done something like big and bold with Venom, and it was literally perfect. And this is what I hate when something's perfect. Yeah. And then you go back and try to make it as good or better, you're just not going to do it.
Well, it seems like almost like since King in Black, every summer now, they feel like they got to do like a ton of symbiote stuff. Like, I think that's when we got all the Red Goblin stuff and, the Liz Allen stuff, so... Yes,
it was fun and interesting, but it's like you gotta let it rest.
Yeah, and again, I think they did it like last summer or something, or I'm just like,
it was last summer. We were talking
so do
about
something else this summer. Again, are we doing Blood Hunt? That's
Yeah, there's too many things all at once now, and because it's like different corners of the universe for different people. I totally get it, but like you gotta respect your consumer's wallet too.
Especially, I think Blood Hunt's going through everything. I don't think there's one book or anything in the Marvel universe Blood Hunt's not getting to. It's going to the regular books. It's doing miniseries. So how about just stick to Blood Hunt if you're doing that?
Marvel is a little,
I know.
Desperate for the money. They want the nerds' money, one way or the other.
Again, I think it's all. Yeah, I know. I think it's just. Again, the big two is it anymore? Is it just let's throw it against the wall and see what sticks?
Pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, Blood Hunt should be good. I mean, I think Jed is the big mastermind behind that. So, I mean, his stuff should be good. But yeah, and again, like we were talking to Brian Edward Hill. I mean. He's doing Midnight Suns. That should be good. He's a good writer. There's
a lot of good things that I'm looking for that one, that particular crossover, but I hope it's justified why it's going through every single book. Sometimes it's like, why even bother with some of the crossovers?
Yeah, it's like Midnight Suns. It makes sense. Vampires, It makes sense. But yeah, some of the stuff, And again, I made this joke already, but again, I think Zeb Wells just wanted an Amazing Spider-Man, so his book has an excuse why it sucks.
Oh, Phil.
Oh, well.
Did you, just side note, did you read that new Thor one? That Roxxon presents Thor?
Oh, yeah.
What is that? I saw it and I just wanted to know. I heard a lot of people talking about is that?
In the last...
It's Al Ewing, right?
Yes, yeah. It's a one shot. It kind of spins out of the Mortal 4, because like in the last issue of Mortal 4, like Roxxon and that, Daria Augur kind of put out this issue of Thor, and I don't know if it's like enchanted or something. It's like I don't know if it's like supposed to brainwash Thor or something, but yeah, it's such a parody, because it's like, it's basically Roxxon put out the propaganda, like, well, why capitalism is good and stuff, and like,
Right. What is the absolution event? What is going on with that?
Wait, what is that?
They said it's a part of like the absolution event.
Well, I don't know if it's one of those ones like if they were just making stuff up in that issue, like
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
But it was basically like, oh, here, they were writing Thor as like a dude bro and stuff, and
Yeah, I was gonna say the art was very much giving that.
How do you feel
about
that? That was intentional. Again, it's so parody. Yeah.
Okay.
But because it was like Thor and his secret identity, was it like Chad Hammer or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was very much parody.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I saw the cover and I'm like, this doesn't seem like Thor. I don't know what's going on with this.
Yeah, no, it was intentional parody.
Okay, you want to talk Miles Morales?
Yeah, sure.
I'm worried for Miles.
Why? I mean, I know you've said this before, but
no, it's like, the whole thing that he's been going through and like how he has to live with his consequences now of all the stuff that he's been through, and it's just like, who's he turning into? Like, I don't feel like this is the Miles, or they're trying to make him a different Miles that I don't know is going to be relatable for everybody. Again,
we keep coming back to it, but is it because of the Sony stuff? Is it because, again, we got Spider-Boy now, and it's like...
Well, it's like, Cody has a good idea, but, like, I don't know what that means. Like, at the end of the day, he still needs to be true to the core of the character that we've come to know and love. Like, I feel like they're trying to make too drastic of a change.
Yeah. And again, it's like, is Cody getting a bunch of notes from behind the scenes and stuff? Yeah.
You know what? I don't honestly think he is, because, I mean... They really did try to kill the Spider-Verse across the Spider-Verse, so, like, this is different, though. Like, I think they definitely have to keep a handle on Miles. Like, they can't do what they did with X-Men and Fantastic Four. I think it's literally in the contract now, so.
Yeah.
That's why, it's not as egregious.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, but, like, I just hope they don't make a drastic change or make it permanent. Like, I feel like we're drifting away from who Miles, most people have come to know and love Miles, you know what I mean? Like, they're just trying too many different things.
Yeah, like the variations on like his powers and stuff, and shit, and then his clone shift and stuff. Yeah, I get what you mean, because it's like it's not as bad, but it's kind of like when we were doing the him falling through the multiverse and stuff. It's like kind of keep it street level. I mean, I know you want to make him different from Peter, but kind of keep it street level. And
is Peter, can you even consider Peter street level? When's the last time he's actually technically been street level? I mean, like, even Gang War was a little above street level.
That's true. I mean, again, it's like, but that's how I like some of these characters. I mean, but yeah, like, well,
we're losing the heart and soul of these
well,
characters.
Again, too, when you become the corporate mascot like Spider-Man, I mean, you show up in everyone's adventure, so yeah, I guess
cosmic it's
you could be anywhere.
Have to.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, I think they need to get a handle on what they actually want for Miles. Like, I just feel like they're just trying any and everything, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Like I said, at this point, no tea, no shade to Cody. I really feel like it's time to bring back Bendis and get him back to status quo. I think they've been lost ever since they decided he was going to be in the 616. I think they should send him back. There's no place for him here. Him and Gwen, they need to go back to his universe and live happily ever after. That's my personal opinion, because they don't know what to do with Gwen.
Yeah.
So let them two go back, or go to another pocket universe or something like that, where they can be happy and fight crime together, and it can be their version of Black Cat and Spider-Man. You know what I mean? Is that
why the Across the Spider-Verse works so well? Because Miles has his own dimension. He's the Spider-Man there,
and there's no question about it.
Yeah. And again, now
he took up that mantle in an unfortunate circumstance, and he's even younger than Peter was when he started.
Yeah.
And what that means, and he actually has a mother and a father and a little sister now, and all those things to explore that they don't. And plus, he has Gwen, and what she watched her own Peter die, and that whole thing, and you know what I mean. Like, it's very interesting dynamics to explore. But when you put them both in the 616, where there's all these ghosts and shadows that they have to live up to, and all these expectations, it's just not fair for the character. I know it's like a money grab, and it's easier just to put them in the 616, but I think they were both better off in their own universes at the end of the day.
Well, I mean, is that the ironic tragedy too? It's like, when Bendis created him, he was like younger than Peter ever was.
He's a victim of his own success.
But no, it's ironic that they aged up the Bendis character, the Bendis created character. But yeah, so it's like, yeah, because is in the comics, is Miles like closer to like 18 now or something? Or 16, 18.
Yeah, we kind of got a gap, and all of a sudden he was aged up a little bit. Unfortunately, I mean, it really is kind of hard for like a tween.
Well, especially once we dropped them in the 616. Yeah.
Yeah. So I get it, but I hate it.
And
plus, I think it also has to do with like the game and stuff. Like they wanted to be more close to the game.
Yeah. But again, is the part of the problem with the comics is like he's suffering from like middle child syndrome because it's like he has to be younger than Peter, but now he has to be older than Bailey and stuff. Yeah.
You know what? You made a good point. Yeah, I think that's what it is.
So
but yeah, I like it well enough, but like they need to figure it out. I don't feel like Miles belongs in the 616 anymore. I really actually have always hated that idea, but like they kind of ironically the comic books really don't like to do multiverse. Ironically, as much as the movies love it and are kind of like depending and thriving on it, that was like happened at the time that the comic books were kind of tapering off on that.
Well, I think they were trying to give him cred too, because I think in their eyes, some of the fans were just like, "Well, he's not the real Spider-Man because he's not in the real universe." It's just like, just let haters hate.
Universes are subjective. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, let them hate though. Like I feel like you can't please all the people all the time. If you are, you're doing something wrong, and they're doing something wrong.
Yeah. Yeah. And again, it's like, meanwhile, if you do have Miles here, it's like, again, you have your
What's he really doing? Nothing of consequence.
And again, you can also make him, stand apart from Peter, give Peter his marriage back. Then Miles is that single Spider-Man.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about my favorite Spider book, I guess. Spider-Woman #6.
Oh, yeah.
This one was really good this week.
Yeah.
Nothing like a woman on a motorcycle doing cross-country trip.
And getting out of New York, yeah.
Yeah. San Francisco, and they always end up, every single spider person or that needs to get out of New York, they go to San Francisco. It's a trope. It's a hilarious trope. Now this is a book that nobody tell them I said this. This is a book that should be $4.99, not $3.99. But I'm glad that it's $3.99.
Yeah.
Artwork, beautiful. Shout out to Iguara.
Oh,
I love it a lot. Cover amazing. Cover to cover, it was amazing. I enjoyed the story a lot. I enjoy Jessica. She's a character, literally.
Oh, yes. Steve might have to get added to the list here of people we need to get an interview with.
I would die. Oh, I did like the little thing she did with Captain Marvel previously, though. That was cute. It was tolerable. Did want to mention that. Don't want to sound like a bitter Betty. But yeah, I like the story. It's pretty cool. So.
Yeah, and Star.
Yeah.
Don't compare.
They're not gonna really make her a new champion, are they?
I don't know.
Hope not. That's where I might have to leave the book at that point. I think Jessica works best on herself with her little issues and stuff. So.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was the best Spider book this week for sure.
Yeah, I gotta agree with that.
Did you pick up Spectacular Spider-Man 2?
Yes.
This one was pretty cool and interesting.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, I don't know, again, like, I feel like we need separation.
Yeah.
And again, cloning experiments, you know how I feel about it.
Yeah. And again, by the comparison, doesn't it is this another problem with Miles? Because it seems like we're kind of like, they don't want to let Peter age too much, but we're aging up Miles, so the age difference between them is shrinking.
Yeah, the age gap gets smaller and smaller.
Yeah.
It's like that age gap between freaking Bruce Wayne and Dick Grayson. It's just getting smaller and smaller and smaller. It's like, wait a minute, buddy.
And especially, like, they want Miles to be the young guy, but it's like, we kind of have Spider-Boy, the kid sidekick now, so it's like he's not the kid. Miles isn't the kid sidekick, but he's not,
Well, he was never a sidekick either. So.
Yeah, true, yeah.
Which makes it even a little more strange, so...
Yeah, because it's like sometimes they want to make it like him and Peter have like a mentor-mentee relationship, but it's like he was never his sidekick, so it's like...
Yeah.
Because they don't know what to do with the two of them together, it seems like
sometimes. I said, he doesn't belong in the 616. Like, sometimes you have to be smarter than your fans. At the end of the day.
Mm-hmm. And again...
It doesn't... Like, for me, like, it doesn't matter what... Like, everybody can have a Spider-Man. If you like Ben, if you like Kane, everybody can... even if you're a girl, you got your Spider-Woman, you got your Silks. You know what I mean? Like
Gwen, yeah.
That's the beauty. That's the beauty of it.
Yeah, exactly.
So, like, I think they just need to let it go. Live and let live at this point with that.
Yes.
But I thought the story's cute, but, like, is this even in continuity? I don't think so.
I don't know. Who knows anymore?
Yeah, so, like, if it's not in continuity, then it means absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
It's a big nothing burger.
I mean, I don't know if I don't know if I read anything that said it's, that really...
It doesn't seem like it is to me personally.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I could see it going either way.
I need my yellow boxes back!
Exactly. Let's get some editor's notes.
Gotta know!
Let's get some editor's notes. Damn it.
F in the chat for Danny Fingeroff.
I mean, so every so often people do it. Like, oh, what was it? This week's Titans issue, they had an editor's note. I was like, me and Kristen were all surprised.
Titans?
Yeah, well, again, the Flash wasn't there, so again, it was like editor's note. See Flash, recent issues of the Flash.
Okay.
Yeah, stuff like that.
DC though? Yeah, I know DC really hates that.
Yeah,
that's interesting. Oh, you know what? Maybe they got a no.
I was gonna say, is it creator's choice or editor's choice or?
It's definitely. I thought it was definitely like a publisher wide kind of thing. Where like, hey, we don't do that. That's a Marvel thing now.
I always thought, especially too, for like once they reprint it for trades and stuff, they don't want that in there.
Yeah. Oh well. It's an interesting time to be a Spider-Person fan for sure. You got your pick.
Oh, but hey, Ray, if you didn't pick up that Thor Rocks On issue Lilith was talking about, Greg Land art. That's all I'll say.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, the Greg Land art. And I just was like, oh, like I said, the Thor thing kind of threw me off. I'm like, I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah, no, it is supposed to be a parody, so.
But yeah, the art is good. I was just like, it just doesn't seem like typical Thor.
Oh yeah, I mean, again, it's a art Ray will appreciate greatly.
The Hard Master.
Dear Greg Land, how do you feel about Namor?
Oh my! Oh, did you see there's a new Namor series coming out?
Yeah, I saw. Finally, relatable content for me.
Oh wait, we got till November. Oh, I wonder how much Greg Land charges for commissions. We got to get Justin a Greg Land Namor commission.
My favorite biscuit.
Oh, and if in the meantime, Conquered Shores was a great one.
Oh yeah.
So I think that's been my favorite modern Namor story so far, honestly. So yeah. Anyway, fun fact.
Did we want to talk Spider-Boy or no?
If you want to, feel free.
I mean, I don't feel.
There's nothing to really say about it.
I know.
I mean, I know who it's for, and I hope that they enjoy it. Like I said, I think everybody truly deserves a Spider person that they can relate to, and I totally see the market that they're going for. But like, not a monstrosity, really. It gave me some creepy, gross vibes. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, and the whole animal thing. I mean, that seems to be dragging on way too long.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. They see.
But you know what it is? It's human animals are just weird and gross and I don't know. I don't like it, but like it's supposed to be campy, I guess. And again, this is a $5 book. This should be $2.99.
Yeah, the whole indoctrination video and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Yeah, no.
He's like too young. This is like he's too young. Like you need to age him up if you want to do it. Like it just gave me gross vibes.
Yeah, it's too creepy for a young.
Uncomfy.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think Dan Slott has children or anything. So yeah, I don't know.
I could have sworn he did. That's the crazy thing.
Oh, okay. I don't know. But. Yeah,
that can explain a lot, though.
Oh, damn. But yeah, I mean, I think Marvel given him a lot of leeway, maybe because of the success of Superior Spider-Man and stuff.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Did someone say Superior Spider-Man? The greatest hero ever in the multiverse.
Well, also, he must be riding high because Shattered Dimensions is what they base Spider-Man's Spider-Verse on too.
Yeah,
so. Yeah. So yeah, like I mean, for a while there, he couldn't miss. So
where's my Otto Octavius video game?
I mean, everybody talks Superior Spider-Man, but nobody talks about Silver Surfer. I think that was one of the best things he ever done, and I think a lot of people agree with me because he won an Eisner Award for it.
Yeah.
So
you know how people forget.
Not me.
Oh no, she don't forget.
Like, yeah, he's done a lot of good, but he's also done some stuff that makes me raise my eyebrows, and this was one of those things.
Yeah.
Justice for Bailey Briggs. Don't put him in an uncomfy situation.
And again, if you're going to do an uncomfy situation, it's like, do it and get it over with. It seems like we keep coming back to the uncomfy mode.
I don't want to say the F word, but that's what it feels like.
Ugh. Farfig Nougat?
Yeah, he's way too young for that, to be in these kind of situations for me.
Yeah.
But again, it's not like my demographic.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, like it's just uncomfy for me. I don't want to see Miles in that situation, to be perfectly honest.
Oh my.
Actually, nobody deserves to be in a situation put there by Dan Slott. Nobody deserves it. I kid. But yeah, shout out to everybody still reading Spider-Boy. Let me know your thoughts. How are you enjoying it? Like, how old are you?
I mean,
is it hitting a spot for you, like, comparatively? Because, like, he does do something his adventures are way different than Miles' adventures and way different than Peter's adventures, too. That's the one thing I can't say.
It's so weird.
He's going out of his way to do that, but, like,
yeah.
Should he be doing those situations? That's another story.
Yeah, it's just so weird, the whole homeless thing and stuff. And
it's like, who's this kid think he is? Cat Williams?
Oh!
if you know the story, he left home at like 12 with a pit bull puppy, hitchhiked on with a trucker down to Florida.
Oh my!
So those are the vibes.
I'm just trying to see if. Okay. We're solicited at least through issue 8 of Spider-Boy, so.
I'm pretty sure they gave him at least a year.
Oh, you think?
Yeah, it's Dan Slott.
True.
I guess people are buying it.
Must be.
So that's what I mean. I want to see somebody who's truly enjoying the book, so I can get their perspective of it. You know what I mean? Because like it's just not for me. There's so many reasons, so many hangups I have with this book. I gave it a fair shake too. I told you I was actually excited about the promise, and then after issue 2, it all kind of rolled downhill. So.
Oh no! July Spider-Boy #9. Oh god.
I told you at least a year.
No, oh god, I think he's tumbling through the multiverse.
They won't let Miles have shit, man. Damn. That's rough. Why'd you even mention that?
Because we haven't done the multiverse in 5 minutes.
Oh, I guess that would explain the moratorium on the multiverse for Miles. They were going to do it for Spider-Boy.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Dear Bendis, I know I never ask you for anything. Literally never.
Let us summon him.
Except for stop writing Superman. You've done that. So, your creation is crying out for your help. Please. Please make up with Marvel.
Bendis.
Alright. Anything else?
We can wrap it up. Tell folks our homework and where they can send us money. The 2 most important things.
That's right. Send us feedback and money. Alright, see.
I mean, Phil prefers money. I prefer feedback.
I prefer both.
Don't be greedy.
Alright, so yes, next week will be the end of the month already. So yes, Ray and Dave will be
That Babysitters Club in full effect.
That's right. Scarlet Spider 17 through 19. And then next month, yes, again, your Superior Puss month. So yes, we're going to be doing some more Black Cat here again.
Wow.
Week 1, Amazing Spider-Man 226 and 227. Week 2, Spectacular Spider-Man 75 through 79. And week 3, Web of Spider-Man 16 through 18, Amazing 279, and Spectacular 117, the Missing in Action arc.
Ooh.
So you won't be getting too much Peter Parker that week. So.
The Meow in Action month.
Yes. And at the end of May, speaking of Superior Spider-Man, we'll get to that Scarlet Spider Superior Spider-Man crossover.
Fun times.
King meets Otto. The man who killed him.
To be a pimp.
Exciting time to be a gamer.
The Hard Master. Exciting times to be a pimp.
All right, so yes, so send us your thoughts. Email us, CapesandLunatics@gmail.com, or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember, you can find all things Capes and Lunatics episodes, social media, merchandise. Again, new Capes and Lunatics merchandise. Go get it. You get the old stuff, the new stuff. Rain ran the money on us through the Cash App link.
Make it rain.
Thank you, Robert. And, of course, the Patreon, where, again, every month you get uncensored Lilith. All right, all the uncensored thoughts. Lilith Hellfire, yeah, we're talking, get her thoughts on The Rock and WWE here in April.
Lilith gives the WWE the smackdown. Don't miss it.
Can you smell what Lilith Hellfire's cooking? All right, so you can find everything all in one place. That's tubespace.io/Capes and Lunatics Podcast Network. That's tubespace.io/Capes and Lunatics Podcast Network.
More vicious and brutal than ever.
All right. Would you like to plug anything besides your Facebook, Lilith Hellfire?
No, just be sure to friend me. Some news may be coming soon. Don't be left out in the cold.
Oh my. That's a secret message. Should be locked out. Cool. Alright, kids. Thank you for joining us. Again, Ray and Dave will be back next week, and then Wolf and I will start a new Black Hat month next month. Superior Puss strikes again. But until then, swing on back.
Whip. The whip good. Hang 'em high.